Nigel Cecil, equity as you like it.
Especially for my equitable friends. Hello to my equitable friends.
Cobblers to your equitable friends.
And cobblers to you too.
Equity UK, progressively promoting, protecting performers.
Hello, Jackabatties. Nigel Cecil here, moi, as an entertainment entrepreneur, responding to my equitable friends who send in their questions and opinions and ask me for my advice. For what it's worth, Hilary, yes. And usually I focus on showbiz matters and, of course, equity, the trade union within the United Kingdom for actors. I've said actors, Hilary, not actors. Variety, entertainers and other creatives. Now, this particular time, they've hit me with a difficult one, haven't they, Hilary? They've bluntly asked me, Nigel, what do you think of the Equity General Secretary, Paul Fleming? Because, that lot, they've got all sorts of opinions and there's a bit of division within the trade union. Now, moi, get ready for this one, Hilary. I don't think they'll really... Well, I'm going to say it. What do I think of Paul Fleming? I think he's jolly good because, you see, he's got determination. He's got dedication, he's got focus, he's got commitment. Now, how many others can say that? And you have to applaud that. You have to acclaim that. So for me, Paul Fleming, he's doing a great job. Yes, but there's one little proviso. What's that proviso? Well, I think, as somebody else says, you have to reflect a little bit on how we've got where we are today with equity. Is that right? Yes. Now, some of you may not realise that socialism within the United Kingdom, when it first originated, had two aspects. It had the party political aspect, which was called the Labour Party, and then to sort of equalise that, because some people don't really want to be political themselves, it had the workers' representation for the socialist agenda, which were called trade unions. So trade unions were always part of the socialist agenda. Now, over the years, that's changed. And indeed, equity, it's fair to say, incorporated in their rules the word professional, which of course you say, well, are professionals workers, especially when a lot of them are self-employed, really, businesses? Are they classed as workers in the terms of, dealing with managements and negotiating wages collectively? And it becomes a completely different issue, especially when the Variety Artists Federation, and variety artists primarily are all small businesses, incorporated with equity. So I think it's fair to say that equity moved away from that original concept of trade unions being the socialist representative of the workers. And what's happening now? You see, Mick Lynch, he did a speech, I think it was only the other night, at which the General Secretary of Equity attended, where he actually said, were you on the side of the workers in 2022 and 2023? Were you neutrals in this struggle? Because he said there are no neutrals. Were others sitting on the sidelines just waiting for opportunities brought to them by the trade unions? And so what are you saying? Yes, he was actually highlighting the fact that the trade union movement was reviving itself and finding its true identity. What? Oh, he didn't say true. No, well, you know what I mean. Its identity, yes, well, going to its grassroots. And then that's what, you see, focuses on what trade unions are all about, or were originally about. Now, progressives look to say, well, this is what they should be doing. So does that mean they're progressively looking forward to the future by looking back, because it would appear, if we want to go to the basic roots of trade union and socialism, well, that's what it's doing. Well, of course, if you're upfront and tell the members about that so they know what they're voting for, that's fine. And Mick Lynch highlighted that point because he said that, do you believe in progressivism? Did he not use that word? Have I just made that up? Well, are you a progressive? Yes. Are you a progressive? Are you a Democrat? So they're linking the two words quite rightly with progressive and Democrat. And the question some members, I don't use the word many because I get told off, won't I? Yes, but some members are actually saying, is the General Secretary of Equity behaving in a democratic way with these new rule book proposals? Have they been openly, transparently and fully discussed with the membership? Is the hierarchy of equity actually being democratic, acting on behalf of all its members? Now, looking at the information I've been given, I find it a little bit difficult. It's some difficulty to say, well, I think they followed really democratic principles, especially when they say this, what was it? This greatest sort of incorporation survey, whatever you want to call it, of the members, consulting all the members, the biggest grassroots consultation ever, only involved 72 members turning up at the open meetings. So with that in thought, that mind in your thoughts, or that thought in your minds. But listen, I've not had my cup of coffee yet, Hilary. What do you expect? May I have a cup of coffee, please? Shut up. So with that little qualification, that I actually commend Paul Fleming for what he's doing, but that's not to say that my equitable friends agree with the rule changes. In fact, they ask you to do this.
Equity's new rulebook proposals. Shifting elites' power up, casting members' power down. Vote disapprove.
So my equitable friends are saying vote disapprove. Why? Because these new rule changes actually enable those who are currently driving forward the trade union agenda of equity to focus on the idea that this trade union, Equity, promotes the socialist agenda. Now, has that been made clear to the members that what Equity is now about to become if these new rule change proposals are passed? Now, obviously, there's going to be some within Equity who say, yes, rah, rah, let's be a socialist movement as a trade union. But there's others, especially those who are self-employed and small businesses, will say, just a minute, you're not focusing on the core issues of what we believe a trade union representing us should be doing. Because we have moved on from those days when trade unions were seen primarily as the arm of the socialist movement provided by the workers. But Mick Lynch says you're either for us or against us. So there's that now division. And personally, as an entertainment entrepreneur, I want everybody to come to my theatres. I want the theatres full, employ as many people as I can as well. So I would always advocate being democratic and going for the middle ground, but what's going to happen? But the choice will be up to you if you vote, and some 90% of the members don't vote, for these rule changes, the referendum, currently being undertaken by Equity. So does that, you want me to sum it up? Yes. So basically, I acclaim what Paul Fleming is doing. Commitment, focus, determination. My only criticism is, has Paul, in the same way that Mick Lynch has made it clear to his members what he believes his trade union should be doing and why, has Paul Fleming made that equally clear to all the members of Equity? I'll leave that question with you. Yes, Hilary. Yes, I've got to do my usual little jokeroony, as they say. What have you got? Have you mixed them up? So just to finish off, info entertainment. I like this one. How do you get a country girl's attention? How do you get a country girl's attention? Or what do you use to get a country girl's attention? It's got two interpretations, Hilary. Yes. What do you use to get a country girl's attention? Are you ready for this one? A tractor. A tractor. Yes, I do like that one, Hilary. Well, thank you. I hope you'll join me for my next little vidaroony of what we're doing. And until you do, I hope you have some good fortune, because we all need a little bit of good fortune, don't we? So please join me again. Nigel saying bye for now. Bye-bye.
Nigel Cecil, Equity as you like it. Especially for Nigel's equitable friends.